operator, and after that we'll go to the next one, logical operator and other operators as well. So when I say assignment operator, when I say the word assignment, is nothing but assigning some value. That's the only thing you get in the mind. Normally don't think about anything else, just think about the word, particular assignment word. Assignment word is nothing but somebody has given you some assignment, they're assigning you something, assigning the task to you. You need to do this particular task, and that's nothing but in JavaScript. In JavaScript, assignment operator are used to assign the value to the variables. So you by now you already know what is variable. I'll say let probably I'll use value. I've already used. I'll say let name equal to, I'll say test. Now this this equal to, this equal to is nothing but assignment operator. What are the different assignment operator we have? One is equal to, one is plus equal to, minus equal to, multiplication equal to, division equal to, and modulus equal to. So whatever arithmetic operators we have, same operator, it's everything is same. Along with that, we have the assignment operator. If you look at these operators carefully, we only have equal to, and then we have arithmetic operator. This is arithmetic operator, equal to, subtraction equal to, multiplication equal to, division equal to, modulus equal to, and then equal to is one another assignment operator. So when I say let name equal to test, or probably if I say let a is equal to 50, now I have assigned some value to a variable called age. If I have to print this value, I'll just say console.log age, and then I will go to the terminal, and here I'll use node operators.js. It is printing the value as 50. Now, what does this mean? What does the different comparison operator mean? So another operator, if you see inside the comparison operator, it is plus equal to. Then we have minus equal to. So what basically it is plus equal to and minus equal to, it will do, it first add the value, add the operands to the left hand side. So whatever the value we have here, it will first add, and then it will assign the value. What I mean by that is, when I say it will add first, so we have age, I'll say age plus equal to 5. Now if you look at this statement, age plus equal to, this is what I'm using. Plus equal to is a assignment operator. So what will happen in this case is, it will become age equal to age plus 5. Now if I do here console.log, and I'll say age, now look at the thing, what it is printing. It is printing 55. And the reason for that is, here age plus equal to 5, which is nothing but, first we'll say age equal to age plus 5 is nothing but age plus equal to 5. Now here what basically will happen, it will add the value age plus 5. What is the value of age we have? We have declared the age as 50, and then it will do 50 plus 5, which is 55, and then it will, that 55 value will get assigned to age variable. So first thing it will do, it will add the value. First it will do the arithmetic operator, and the value that it is coming after the addition, whatever the value is coming, that it is assigning to the variable. This is the variable where it is assigning that particular value. Now you can understand this. If you write a plus equal to 5, it is nothing but a equal to a plus 5. You can write in this way, or you can write in this way. Both are same. Here, if you write a equal to a plus 5, probably you'll not understand the actual use of this. We are not directly using this particular assignment operator here. But in this statement, age plus equal to 5, we are directly using the assignment operator. They're using the assignment operator, and in backend, how it will work basically is it will become age equal to age plus 5. We'll see one more here. Now our age value is how much? 55. In this statement, age value is updated to 55. Here, now we'll say age minus equal to say 10. Now what this statement mean? It means age equal to age minus 10. What is the value we have here? Now what is the age value? Age value is not 50 now. Age value has increased by 5 in line number 113. So age value became 55 minus 10 equal to 45. Let's print the value here, console.log age. See, it's 45. Why? Because the value of age initially it was 50. The age value initially it was 50. Now what we did, we said a plus equal to 5, which means we are increasing the value by 5 and then assigning that increased value to the age variable. So age variable became now 55. Now when it became 55, the age variable is now 55. What next step we are doing? We are saying age minus equal to 10. It means age minus equal to 10 is nothing but we are saying whatever the age value you have. So earlier it was 50, now it went to 55. So whatever the age value you have, updated value, from that do the minus 10, perform the minus 10 action. Now what basically will happen is it will perform the minus 10 value from actual age, it will print the result here. So whenever you hear anything or whenever you go through any of the code anywhere, and if you see there is something called age minus equal to, then don't get confused here. What is happening? First, it is doing the arithmetic operator and then it is assigning the value. Same way, however it is written, it is also actually doing the same work. When I say age plus equal to, so basically plus, what is plus? We have seen yesterday, it is an arithmetic operator. Equal to is assignment operator. So if I say anything, age plus equal to, it means first arithmetic operator action is performed, then it is assigned. So any variable age is 50 plus equal to 5. It means inside 50, first we are adding 5 and then assigning the updated value. Now what is the updated value? 50 plus 5, 55 to the variable called age, which is nothing but this variable age. Any question here? Any confusion here? What we are doing basically?
No, Robin.
Okay, all right. So this is about the plus and minus operator. You can perform into operator same way it works. There is nothing much here. You can just say that age into equal to, I will take it as 5. I'll say 2. So now what basically here it will do? It will take the value of age, which is 45, into 2 console.log age. Let's see what it is printing. It's printing the value of 90. Why it is printing the value of 90? Because in statement 119, we are saying age into equal to 2. Age into equal to 2 is nothing but age equal to age into 2. Now, what is the age value we have? Is it 50? Definitely not. 50 value is updated to 55 here. And in line number 116, the 50 value is also updated to 45. Now, actual updated value is 45. You can see here also. Here. Now, on 45, it will perform the multiplication. Age, first it will multiply the value. Whatever the age value we have, it will multiply with 2. And then the result will be assigned to the age. Now, value will get updated to 90. This is about the multiplication operator. You can give a try for division and modulus, and if you have any question, we can see it tomorrow. So that's about the assignment operator. Any question on the assignment operator before we move to the next one? All right, so we will go with the comparison operator. Now you might get a question here that is assignment operator used? Are we using inside our program, inside our playwright script? Then yes, we are using the assignment operator. Some certain time we are using whenever we want to assign some value, increase the value, we are definitely using this one. So assignment operator is used, arithmetic operator is used, and assignment operator, arithmetic operator is definitely used. Comparison operator is also used, and logical operator, we are using it during the if else statement. Bitwise you are not using, we are not using anywhere. And then we are using the miscellaneous operator. So let's start with the new operator now. The other operator is comparison operator. Now, if you hear the term called comparison, it means that we are trying to compare some value, and return the Boolean. What is Boolean? We have seen in the other classes where we are understanding about the different data types. Boolean is nothing but true and false value. Now think in this way, think for a while. When you say comparison operator, it compared some value, compare two values and return the variable, return the Boolean. And Boolean is true and false. Whenever you are comparing two value, assume that you have 10 rupees, you have 20 rupees, and you're comparing. Now, when you compare anything, not only value, when you compare anything, it must and definitely should return some result. It cannot be empty result. So if I ask you to compare 10 and 20, it will return some value. You cannot say that no, it will not return some value. It will not be compared. It can be compared. Or the next question you might get that what kind of comparison you want me to? You want me to check if both are equal, check if greater than equal, less than equal, strictly equal, or not equal. So anything can be verified there. We should be able to check what kind of comparison we have to do. And always remember, whenever we are doing a comparison, that comparison operator must and should return the value in a Boolean format. And Boolean format is true and false. Okay, so any question here when I say it returns the Boolean functionality, because we'll see in the next line what I mean to say, and you'll be able to understand it correctly. Okay, now let's start with writing few things here. Okay, now I'll take something here. I'll say let I will take two value, the things which I have not stored here, not declared. I'll select let test value equal to 25. I'll say let another value equal to 30. We have two value. We are saying we have the value called 25 and 30. Now what we'll do, we will use the comparison operator here. You know, I can write the comparison of anything. If you have to write, I can also do in this way. I'll say let the result value equal to test value equal to another value. I can do in this way. It will also verify these two condition. It will verify if test value equal to another value, and then it will store the result inside this result value. Or I can also do in this way console.log. Inside the console, when directly say test value equal to another value, because we are printing. So anything that goes inside the console method, this is called as method. Wherever you see a opening bracket and closing bracket, this is called as a method. Anything goes inside this, it is nothing but a method. So when we have this console.log method, if you hover on this, it will also say method console.log. Console.log static method output a message to the console. So whenever we have this console.log, it nothing but it will print the value in your terminal. It will give you the output value. When it gives the output value, you can also do the action inside that particular method. It is not like method should only be empty here or only print the value. If you do this way, or if you just say console.log result value, both the way it will work fine. Let me just do something here. I'll say control X. Okay. Now here, if you see line number 129 and 130, what basically we are doing, the actually whatever we have done so far here, whatever we have written in the top, if you see, we said XY addition result, and then we printed the value as addition result. But basically we did same thing we are doing here. So we have two value 1, value 2. We are verifying the comparison. We are trying to compare the value, and then whatever the result we have. Just now I said whenever we are comparing anything, it will promise you a return in the form of Boolean. It will definitely give you some result. So when it gives me some result, I know that it is going to provide me some result. And what is my next task when it is providing some result? Store that result. I cannot let that result be empty. So I'm storing that result here in another variable, which is called as result value. And now if I print this result value, it will tell me what is the actual result for this one. So I will do one thing. I will just write console.log and put a star here for the differentiation. Is equal to 116, line number 116. Okay. So it is comparing everything. It is trying, when we are executing it, it is trying to execute everything that is written inside this file. Now let's see here what basically we said. We said compare these two value 25 and 30, and then return the value here. Now when it is comparing, you see this is 25 and this is 30. Is it equal to, when we are saying 25 is equal to 30? Definitely not. 25 is not equal to 30. So when it's not equal to 30, it is printing the value as false. When I say 25 equal to 25, so it is printing the value as true, because 25 is equal to 25. And here inside this line number 130, where it is trying to print the variable, where it is trying to compare the variable, it's comparing 25 equal to 25. Here what it is doing, 25 equal to 25, and then storing the result in new variable. Okay, here you can see 25 is compared with 25, and then the value, the result, because we know the comparison results return the Boolean, that Boolean value, that result is stored inside this variable. And when we are printing this variable inside this line number 131, it is giving me the value, what actually the result is. Any question on this comparison here? This is just a normal comparison. We'll also see less than equal to, greater than equal to. Okay, now this is about one type of comparison. When we say normal comparison, which is double equal to, we have this double equal to, which is a normal comparison. It will just compare the value. It does not compare the data. We'll see in the next one here. Now the another comparison is, this is the strictly equal to. It's a strictly equal to. Now basically what happens is, I'll tell you the difference between double equal to and triple equal to differences. In double equal to, it will only check the true value, but in triple equal to, it will check true value as well as data types. You know, different type of data types we have seen earlier. We have string, number, boolean, big int, float. We have null, undefined. So different type of data types we have. I'll take the same example, whatever we have written here. I will just say, let new result equal to test value strictly equal to another value. Console.log new result. Now if you see here, initially it says true. Now also it is saying true. I will just again differentiate here with this statement. It is saying true value. Whatever the value it is here, it is giving me the true value. Now what I will do basically, I will make it as a string. This is my string value. We know anything goes inside the quotation, that become my string value. Now if I try to compare this one, you see first time it is saying true. This result is giving me the true value, but the second result is giving me the false value. We are comparing 25 with 25. One is returning double equal to, which is loose equality. Double equal to is also called as loose equality. So when we are using double equal to and trying to compare two value, both are 25. Remember here and observe properly. We are saying 25 equal to 25. What is 25 here? This is number. And what is 25 here? This is string. Anything that goes inside the quotation is string. We are trying to compare number with string. When we are trying to compare number with string, it is giving me the true value here. But in the line number 139, when we are trying to do the same action, same comparison, but with strict equal to, it is giving me the false value. And the reason for that, and it is always recommended to use strict value. Why? Because whenever you are using this particular statement, which is double equal to loose equality, so loose equal to, what basically will do, it will not compare the data type, it will compare the value. It will only compare the value. So when I'm saying 25, you know there is a difference between number and string. String is nothing but a text. My name is a string. My age is a number. My phone number is number. My country is string. My professional is string. My experience is number. So there is a difference between number and string. Okay. Give me 1 second. I just got it. Okay, all right. So there is a big difference between string and number. When we are trying to compare number, which is 25, with string, obviously it will not give the proper result. It will throw an error. So if I say 18 equal to my name Robin, is this true? Definitely not true, because 18 is a number and this is a text which is wrapped inside a string, wrapped inside a quotation called a string. Now what basically will happen here? When we are using loose equality, it will not care about the data type. Data type are string. It will not care about the string data type. It will directly consider 25 is a number. This is string. It will convert the string into number and it will compare the value. Now what will basically happen in the backend? It will become 25 equal to 25. Now when it compare 25 equal to 25, it will print the value as 25, which is true. But in strict equality, what basically will happen? It will also check the data type. So here, basically it will check in this way, 25 equal to 25. Now what basically will happen? This is a number. It will directly say, okay, this is the number. This is string. You're asking me to compare number with string. I will not convert this data type because I'm a strict equality, and strict equality never convert data type. It will directly compare two values that you have provided. As it is, it will compare the two value. And it will say, okay, this is not equal to, because this is number, this is string, it is not equal to, I'll print the value as false. Now, if I put it as in this way, I'll just remove this 25 from string. Now, if I try to see the value, you see both are true, because This is also a number. This is also a number. Here also it is trying to print validate the same thing. Number strictly equal to number. It will print the value as true. But when it become string, strict equality will always compare the data type also. And you know the different data types we have in the JavaScript. So that is why it is always recommended to use strict equality. And you might be knowing by now the reason for that. The reason is very simple. Suppose you have to convert, suppose you have to compare any value inside your program. It can be any two values. Now, when you think of comparing and you have a value called age, which is a numerical value, and then you have a string value, same detail, but wrapped inside the string, what basically it will do, double equality will make it as a true. And that is wrong. It will, when it make it as a true, it will throw an error inside your program. It will create a new bug inside your program. So it is always recommended to use the strict equality. That's about the difference between strict equality and loose equality. Now, this is why did I take this much time to explain this one? Because this is an important interview question. People will ask you, explain me the difference between loose equality or strict equality. This is a direct question they will ask. There is no other question. It's a very simple and straightforward question. Is like, explain me the difference between loose equality and strict equality. So what will be, you'll basically say in loose equality, it will just do the validation. It will compare two value and it will not check the data types. But in strict validation, it will also check the data types before comparison. So it will only compare and return the true value when both number, value and data types are same. That's about the strict equality. Now we have another concept here, the another value which is not equal to. Not equal to. So what basically here it will happen is, I'll take two value again in the similar way, whatever we have taken here, same way we'll take. I'll say let one value equal to 10, let second value equal to 15. Now we know what is this 10 and 15 for the two different value, and by seeing itself we can say it is not equal to. So as we are saying in the English, normal English term, that these two value are not equal to each other, same thing we have to do inside the program also. I'll say console.log a not equal to b. Now if I print this value, what basically will happen, it will print the value as true. Why it is printing the value as true? Because a is definitely not equal to 25. 10 is not equal to 15. So not equal to operator, actual use of not equal to operator, whenever you start writing program and you come across this not equal to operator, basically what it will do, it will say, it will compare the value. I'll write it here. So basically we are comparing two value and we are saying that this is not equal to that. We'll use this not equal to in upcoming classes. We'll also see how to write using this not equal to a program inside the if logic or inside any task I'll give, where you'll be able to use this not operator. So definitely you'll be able to use this one, and the purpose is just nothing. It just have to validate the two operators, two different value, and say it is not equal to this value. When basically we'll be using in actual programming language, we'll say if something like that, and we'll say not equal to, and then true, or some condition we'll write here, 3 greater than 5. So these type of condition we'll write, and then we'll write the block of code here. So what basically here, what it is doing inside the if block, it is checking for the condition. Forget about this, because if you think what is if, you'll get a confusion here and you'll not understand the operator. So I just said this is a not operator, not equal to operator, which we'll be using in our programming language. And what is the actual purpose of this? To check the inequality of two value. We're just checking these two value. and we are saying it is not equal to this one. Similar to equal to, it is not equal to. That's about the not equal to operator. Now we have another operator, uh, another symbol inside the same this one, strictly not equal to. Strictly not equal to.
Yeah,
Will not be.
Robin, one thing. I mean, here means A is not defined. No, A not equal to B. I,
Yeah, so this is giving me the true because I might have defined a somewhere in the top,
okay.
which will have something a equal to 10, b equal to 15,
Okay.
same value.
The same value. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that is why it is, I'll say one value
One
not
value
equal
has
to
this one.
second value. Now if I true find this one, it is saying true. The first value is not equal to second value.
Yeah.
And the same way here, if I whatever we did here by putting it as string, I'll do the same thing here. I'll put it as a string, and I'll just put this also as a string. Now if I compare these two value, let's see what is the result it is giving. If I compare these two value, 15 not equal to 15, it is giving me the false, because 15 is not equal to 15. I'm asking it to validate 15 is not equal to 15, but in general it is normal validation, normal not equal to, so it should usually give me the true. If I say 15 equal to 15, so if I say 15 equal to 15, it is giving me the value as true, because it is we have seen here, it is making 15 equal to 15. It is not comparing the data type. Now when I say 15 not equal to 15 not equal to 15, so it will give me the false, because this is not equal to this one. And but in second statement, if I say console.log one value strictly not equal to second value, is it true? This is strictly not equal to 15 is strictly not equal to a number is not equal to string, that we all know. Number is not equal to string, but as it is same value, we also know when you provide the loose equality, which is the single equality, loose equality, it will convert this particular string into number and then it will compare. When it is converting this number to a number, now become 15 equal to 15. But when you're using the strict equality, it will directly compare the value it has. It directly has the value as string, it directly has the value as number, and number and string will get compared each other, and it will give you the result. Same like double equal to and strictly equal to. This is not equal to and this is strictly not equal to. Nothing much different, both are same thing. The other important concept here is greater than and less than symbol. Okay. Now, when you are trying to perform some comparison using greater than less than, if I ask you which is greater, 25 is greater or 35 is greater, you will think, okay, 25, in one hand I have 25, in another hand I have 35, and which value is bigger than the first value? First value is bigger or second value is bigger? So you'll come to a conclusion that, okay, one value is greater, one value is smaller. Now, how will you come to know about that comparison? When you compare that, when you start comparing, even in the mathematical term, you'll say less than this value or greater than this value. So when you say less than and greater than, that's where you'll be able to compare. Same thing will be applying here also. I'll take a value, I'll say let, uh, I have already used number equal to, I'll say 65. Randomly, I'll take some number. And then here I'll say let number result equal to number greater than 85. Console.log. Now tell me the result here, guys. Tell me what will be the actual value here. When I compare this value, that's okay. I expect the wrong answer. If you give me the wrong answer, then only you'll be able to understand.
False.
Should it be false?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's see what is happening. So it is saying let number equal to 65. Number has already been declared. We have declared somewhere. I'll say number one, numbers, numbers. Okay. So it is giving false. Now, did you understand why it is giving false? Because we have a number called 65. There is already a number value, which is 65. And now we are saying compare the 65 is greater than 85. It will say false. Now I'll say 65 is less than, I will just write in the next line so that you understand better. So what I'll say number is less than 85. Check this statement. And what now it will do? What happened? Let is already declared variable. So we can only declare single time the same variable. So it will print the value as true. So in line number 156, first it is doing the comparison on comparison with greater value, greater symbol. In line number 159, it is comparing the value with less than symbol. Okay. Now any question here? We are using greater than symbol, so we already have a value assigned 65, and then we are saying verify greater than 85 or not. Verify number value whatever we have 65 is less than 85 or not, and then print the result. That's what it is doing here. It is printing the result, it is validating the things, and then it is giving you the actual output. So that's about the assignment operator. Any question you have in the assignment operator, you can ask me. Sorry, not assignment, this is about the comparison operator. Any question on the comparison, you can ask me. If not, we'll move to the logical operator. You will just write it down. Give me 2 minutes. Okay. Now, when we say logical operator, what basically you understand? Any idea about the logical operator?
Yeah, like it compares both. It compares the Boolean values and with the result. It's true or
Yeah.
false.
So basically, we have logical and logical or, and not operator. So when we are saying logical and, it means we have two condition, and then based on the condition, we need to get the result. So there are two condition. There is condition one, and condition two. Now we have two condition, and based on the comparison, what we have to do is perform compare two condition and provide the result. Now assume there is a condition something like that. We have already seen this one, but still we'll see. We have to make a driving license. When we have to make the driving license, there is a criteria for that. It is criteria is universally fact. Everywhere it is true that you must be 18 plus. Somewhere it might be 21 plus or 15 plus, based on the country, but the age should be age should be 18 plus. That's the first thing, and you must have valid ID proof. It can be anything. You must have a valid ID proof, or you must be a citizen of the country, or you must stay in that locality for a few years. Anything can be, another condition can be anything. So here, basically, if you see, we have two different statement. The statement one is saying your age should be 18 plus, and this is logical operator, which is nothing but logical and. In the logical and, we are saying the another statement is you must have a valid ID proof. Now, when we have and when we have or, there are two different concepts here: logical and logical or. The same statement, I will say here, but with the or statement or symbol. Now, if you see, if you look at the line number 165 and 167, both are same. There is no difference, but only difference is there in the operator that we are using. We are using logical and then we are using logical or. There is nothing much different. Now, what basically will happen, we'll see here. We'll write one small code, 3-4 lines of code, and we'll see how it is comparing. Then I'll explain you the actual comparison. Now, let's say whatever we have written, we'll take the same thing. Let person age. I'm taking person age because age I have already defined earlier. So let age equal to, I'll say 18. I'll say let ID equal to, I will say true. So basically this person, we're asking, does he has the valid ID proof? Then I'll say yes, true. He has the valid ID proof. Now what I will do basically, I will compare here. I can say let final result equal to person age greater than and equal 18. This is the criteria we need to have. And why we need to have this criteria? Because we have this particular person has to get his driving license. And these are the two criteria: age 18 plus and must have a valid ID proof. So I'll say let final result equal to person age, which is 18, should be greater than equal to 18, and ID and has ID. I'll just put it as has ID so you'll be able to understand better. I can put it as ID also, but I'll put it as and has ID. Now I'll say console.log. I will just put the differentiation here. Okay, now you see it is true. This is returning the value as true. Now what I will say basically, this age is 15. The age is 15. Now what it is doing, it is returning false. So you might have seen here what is happening, but the actual thing, what basically happens here is whenever there is an AND operator. So in this case, how many total validation will happen? There will be 4 validation. The validation number 1 is person is 18 and has no ID card. Second validation, person is less than 18 and has valid ID card. Third one is person is 15 and has no valid ID card. Fourth one is person is 18 or 18 plus, I'll say 20, and has valid ID card. Now look at this. We have the 4 different statement here. What will be the result of first one? Person is 18 and has no ID card. It means what basically AND operator will do, it will check both the operation on the left hand side of the AND operator and on the right hand side of the AND operator. Both the expression, both the condition will be verified. When both are true, then only it will be able to print the result. So in order to take the driving license, what basically a person has to do, his age must be 18 or 18 plus, and he should definitely have an ID card. In condition 1, in this particular condition, what I have given, I'm saying is 18, which is fulfilling the criteria. He is 18, he is eligible for the driving license. But then there is an AND operator. It means this and this. both should be true, then only you should return the value as true. So here it is 18 and I am saying has no ID card. It means one criteria is failing. Only one criteria is getting passed. One criteria is failing. So it will return the value as false. Now look at the second statement. We are saying person is less than 18. So criteria is failing. We don't even have to validate the second criteria. Directly we can say false. Why? Because we know that logical AND will compare both the value. If any of the value is false at the time of comparison both the statement, the comparison in the left hand side and comparison in the right hand side, if one value is false, even if one comparison is false, it will directly print the value as false. Now we have another here saying person is 15. I think no has valid ID card. Anyway, it will not check. Here I'm saying person is 15, which is less than 18. Directly it will go again into false statement. Although he has a valid card here, still it will become false. Now person is 15 and has no valid ID card, still it will false. Now, in this statement, person is 20, which is true. When first statement is true, we definitely has to check the second statement. If I say here uh, 18 and has no ID card, it means first statement is 18, which is true. When the first statement is true, you should definitely check the other statement also. And the other statement, other condition here is has ID card, which is true. Now, when 18 is compared with no ID card, it will return the value as false. But here, the person age is 20, which is already above 18, and he has the valid ID card. When you know that when first statement is true, you must definitely check the second statement when we are using logical AND. So when we are trying to check the second operator, second expression, we'll first see the first expression. And in first expression, what it is saying, person age is 20. Well, person is 20, which is greater than 18. That means first expression is true. When first expression is true, we will go to the next statement. Next expression, which is has ID. Does he has the valid ID proof? Yes, he has the valid ID proof. Now what will happen here? It will print the true value. Why? Because both the condition in the left hand side and condition in the right hand side, both are true. Then only it will return the AND operator value. Now the same logic, same example, we will understand for the logical OR, which is nothing but two pipe symbol is known as logical OR. Take the same example. No need to worry too much about other one. I'll remove this thing. Okay. Now basically what OR operator will do, it will check either of one statement is true, then entire criteria is true. What does that mean? There are two expressions in the line number 173. There is two expression happening. Expression 1 checking this particular logic, expression 2 checking this particular logic. Now if I have the same result, same thing here, I'll take this as example and I'll put it here, the same detail, but in place of AND, I will put it as OR. Now let's see what happened. Here, in place of AND, I'll put it as OR. This one, or 18 OR has an ID proof. Now, what basically will do, in logical OR, it will check one condition. We have two condition 1, condition 2. It will check one first condition, and if it is true, if either of any condition is true, it will consider it as true. If the first condition is true, it will not even check the second condition. Second condition will be checked only when the first condition is true. When the first condition is true, when the first condition is false, let me repeat it again here. When the first condition is true, it will not check second condition. When the first condition is false, then only it will check the second condition. And what is the reason for that? We are saying OR operator. Now think in a normal English term. If I have to tell someone that you must do this and that, you must first write the test case of one test case, and then you should write the second test case. Now, what basically you'll understand from that person is asking me to write two different test case. You must write the test case 1 and you must write the test case too. But I will say again the same person that you write the test case of either one or either two. Pick the test case, either one or either two. What does that mean? That you have again two option, option A, option B, and I'm asking you to pick any test case from that. You look into the test case. If you're picking first one, you'll not pick the second one. If you're picking second one, you'll not pick the first one. Same thing is happening here. If you are checking the first expression, you'll not check the second one. If you're checking the second operation, you'll not check the first one. Now in what case you'll check the second one? If you have two test cases, in what will be the case you'll be checking the second one? Let's say you are looking at both the test cases and thinking that I will pick the one which is easy. Hard one I leave for someone else. Give me a second, guys. Now, when you say that you are comparing the two test case and you want to pick which one is easy, what basically you will do? You will compare to, you'll read first test case. And if you think it is easy, which is about the login functionality, you'll pick that one. When you pick the first one, which is easy, will you compare the second one? Will you look at the second one? You'll not look at the second one because you only have to do one. You only have to pick one test case, which is or operator. Either pick this one or pick this one. Either pick first one or second one, not both. So when you're picking either first one or second one, if you see you have already picked the first one, you will definitely not go to the second one. You'll not even see the second test case, what it is all about, because you only have to pick one. Now assume that you went to the first one and you saw there is something about the payment method or something about the database testing or something about the backend testing. You found, okay, this is a little bit difficult. Let me see what is second test case. You're not sure that what is second test case. It might be the harder than the first one, but you are still not sure. So what you will do, you will read the first statement. You will say, okay, you're in a dilemma to take or not take, but you want to compare based on the second one. Now you will see the second one and you'll say, okay, second one is easier than the first one. Now what you will do? You will pick the second one. So or operator, basically what it is doing, or operator, it will allow you to pick either one, not both. You have to check the condition, only one condition. If it is true, if first condition is true, then second condition you will not be checking. If first condition is false, then you'll be checking the second condition. With that logic, let's see here what is happening. I said age is 18 or has no ID card. Only one condition need to be validated. Age is 18. If one condition, I said just now, I said if one condition is true, entire condition is true. Age is 18, which is greater than equal to 18, correct? So I'll say true. Now I'll say person age is less than 18. Okay, it is less than 18. That is false. Then has valid ID card. Has valid ID card. I'll say true. One statement is becoming true, then it is true, entirely true. Person is 15, which is wrong, and has no valid ID card. In this case, it will become false. Person is 20. Statement is true. I'll say true. Now take a look here. In logical and 3 became false and 1 became true. But in logical or 3 became true, 1 became false. That's the only difference we have in the logical and logical or. Logical and will check both the condition, then only it will print the value. It will check the condition 1 in the left hand side, and it will also check the condition 2. Then it will compare both the condition and it will print the value. Logical or will compare both the value, but if it is comparing the first value, first condition, and if it sees that it is true, it will not compare the second one, it will print the value. If the first condition is false, then only it will go to the second statement, second condition to validate. Any question here? This is about the logical and logical or operator, or we can say logical operator. I will explain about the bitwise. Give me a second. Before that, we'll go to the miscellaneous operator. Okay, so we have this comma operator. It has no actual meaning. It is not something that it is used. It will be used when we declare an array. So I'll say array, constant array, and we are declaring the array inside this particular square bracket. Now, when you declare the array inside a bracket, you will write something like inside square bracket, you can declare n number of things. I'll say 18, I'll say 26, I'll say 58, 35. Now you see it is giving me an error because inside the array, when you declare anything, it will be separated by comma. See, the error has gone. So comma, the actual use of comma operator is nothing but just to, the actual use of comma is nothing but just to separate the two value. There is no other miscellaneous operator used for the this one. Ternary operator, this we will see when we'll understand more about the if-else statement from upcoming classes, because that's where the actual meaning of this ternary operator come in. You'll be able to understand. So basically, whenever you write any program about the ternary operator, it goes in this way. So if you have any value here, if I say, give me a second, if I take this statement here. So basically what will happen is, it will be in this way. We'll say let final result result equal to person is greater than equal to 18, and then we'll take the ternary operator. You can see this is the operator, and after the ternary operator we have to provide some value, true and false. Now you can see earlier it was giving me the error, now it is not giving me the error. You'll not understand this. Basically what is happening here is, ternary operator is kind of if else statement. So if this is true, then print this value. If this is false, then print this value. So if it is nothing but a kind of if else statement, you will not understand anything now. What is ternary operator? You will only understand when you know if and else statement. So after if and else statement, you don't have to remember me. I will only write this one, ternary operator, and you'll be able to see how it is working. So that's about the ternary. We'll see it on later on. And then we have type of operator. Yesterday or some days back, I think, no, I'm not sure if this class or some other class, I was talking about the type of operator. What is the actual meaning of this one? Type of operator. So usually what happens, whenever you write any value, say you said let phone equal to 4586 4854. Now you don't know what is this value. Assume that you don't know what is this value. Basically you know this is number, but you don't know. Think for a while that you don't know what the value this is. Now what basically you have is, inside JavaScript there is a type of operator. What type of operator will do? Basically it's not type of operator, it is type of. So we are seeing the operator. So I'm saying a type of operator. It will give you the what type of data type that you are using, what type of data type you have assigned. So if I say this particular statement, let phone equal to 4854, I don't know what is this data type. Assume that I don't know what kind of data it is. Now if I say here console.log, and here I'll say, see, as soon as I click on type, it will give me type of, and I will say phone. Now let me execute this program here. Okay, so let final result equal to this one. So okay, this is throwing an error because this is a if else statement. There should be a condition. Okay, now see, 4854 is number. We know this is a numerical value, and I'm asking it to print the what type of value it is, what data type this is. Type of value basically will check what kind of data type it is. Now when we are checking what kind of data type it is, it will print me the value as number. You can see it is printing the value as number. Now I make it as a string. Now it is telling me this is string. Earlier the same thing was number, and we know anything goes inside the single or double quotation is called string. And I ask what kind of, whatever the value I provided to phone, this is a phone, what is this, what type of value it is. So it is giving me the type of value, what type of value it is. The type of value is nothing but it is saying phone. So that's about the operators. Before that, before we stop the recording, let me show you operators in JavaScript. Give me a second. I will just say tpointtech.com. Okay. Now, if you see here, okay, so bitwise operator. What basically it is saying, the JavaScript bitwise operators are used to perform bit level operation on integer. JavaScript support the following 7 type of bit operation, and it perform a boolean and operation on each bit of it integer argument. Now, what is bit is nothing but bit value is basically provided in the form of 0 and 1. You know, the computer language is it start in the 0 and 1 language. So it will be provided in the 0 and 1 format. And are we using 0 and 1 format? We are not using. Like, look at this particular one I have here. Let me find out bitwise. Yeah. Now, if you see here, it's saying it compared the corresponding bits of two operands. If either bit is 1, the result will be 1. Otherwise, it is 2. It is 0. Now, when you say 1 and 0, it is not something 1 value or 0 value. No, it is talking about a computer language. Everything that we write inside the computer will go in the format of 101010 that we know in the initial days of our college. That everything you write will be in the 10 format. Same thing is happening here. If return is 1, if return 1, the bit has a different value, and 0 is they are the same. So we don't need to understand this 1 and 0 value because we are not uh, trying to understand what is happening inside the code, what is happening, how it is getting run, executed. So we don't need to understand this, and we are not even using this anywhere. We are using the logical operator, we are using the other operators, but we are not using this one, this particular bitwise operator. So there is no point of understanding, because if you again start understanding this one, then you have to understand the 1010 value, how it is working. And this is of no use. Nobody even ask you what is bitwise operator. All right. So that's for the today. Any question you have on the any operator, feel free to ask before we see what is our next agenda. So we have seen different operators. We have template literals is a kind of string. We'll see this tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll start the if statement. From here on, you should be able to practice using all the operators, all the variable. Whatever I have written today, you can go through the video again. It will be there on the YouTube. And from there on, you can also practice the similar way. You can just play around how the logic is happening. And when we start writing the if-else statement, when we start understanding the if-else statement, there you'll be able to use all the different type of variable, different type of data types, and different types of operators. And then you'll use the logic and you'll print the value. So probably tomorrow we will go slowly. I'm not going too fast because I understand most of the people here are not aware of basic things. So that is why I'm going slowly. So we will only complete if-else statement tomorrow. If time permits, we will write not more than one program to understand this one. And then from there on, we'll move on to the switch, for loop, and break. Any question? I will stop the recording. I have stopped.